Hello, my name is Chloe de la Cerna, and in this video I will be showing you how to use aniline blue staining to detect the Epichloe endophyte in tall fescue. Let's start off with a brief introduction to tall fescue. Tall fescue is a cool season forage grass known for its hardiness and its persistence. The mechanisms behind this can be attributed to the symbiotic relationship it forms with the Epichloe endophyte. These endophytes are a group of mutually beneficial fungi that live within the cells of grasses. They produce certain compounds that aid in the plant's survival by boosting the plant's natural stress tolerances, improving pest resistances, and even helping the plant grow better. However, some of these compounds are toxic to livestock when consumed, leading to things like heat stress, poor weight gain, and the livestock diseases fescue toxicosis and ryegrass staggers. That's why it's important to know if the plants you're working with are infected. Aniline blue staining is a quick, low-cost way to screen plants for endophyte presence. So without further ado, let's get started with the first part of this, which is preparing the stain. For this part, you will need aniline blue, 85% lactic acid, and distilled water. Also, we will be working in a fume hood and you will need gloves and glassware. The first part of this is preparing a 1% aniline blue solution in water. Here, I'm making a 50 ml total volume solution, so I will be adding 500 microliters of aniline blue into this beaker containing 50 milliliters of DI water. Now that's pipetted in, I'm just going to mix it well. And now I'm going to dilute that solution we made with 2 parts 85% lactic acid. So my 50 ml solution, I will be adding 100 milliliters of 85% lactic acid. So right here, I'm just adding that blue solution in with the lactic acid. And once that's added in, don't forget to give the whole thing a stir and make sure it's mixed real well. Of course, don't forget to add a label. And because this stain is light sensitive, you need to transfer it to an amber bottle or wrap it in tinfoil. Now I'll be walking us through part 2 of this, which is how to collect the plant material. For this section, you will need grass. Ideally, it needs to be old enough to have enough tillers to sample from, so this just means having more than just one tiller. And then you will need something to cut the grass with. This could be clippers, scissors, a scalpel. Personally, I would recommend having a scalpel and scissors. The first step is to randomly select one tiller for each plant that you want to sample from. Now remove the outermost sheath of this tiller and clip it as close to the soil as possible. That was easy enough, so let's get into part 3, which is the microscope analysis. For this section, you'll need a microscope with at least 200x magnification, slides and cover slips, forceps or tweezers, a scalpel, DI water, and that aniline blue stain that you made earlier. Start off preparing the slide. I've got that outermost sheath laying on the table here. You're going to cut off a section from the bottommost part of your sheath. Now slice that section in half longitudinally and make another perpendicular cut. So ideally you have a section that's about 3 to 5 millimeters in width. And continue making cuts as necessary, and I'll show you what the final product should look like. Something like this. Here I am making just one more cut, so this will sit super flush on the microscope slide. Now place that cutting onto your labeled microscope slide, add a drop of your aniline blue, and give it about 15 to 60 seconds to sit. Once time's up, just blot off the excess using a paper towel, and add a cover slip and flood it with water. Now set your microscope to at least 200x. Here I'm going to be doing 400x. And this is what it should look like if you have the endophyte in your sample. You should see these bright blue blobs. They'll either look like threads or little circles. And if you have an uninfected sample, what you'll see is a regular plant cell with no blue staining whatsoever, which looks very different from an infected plant cell.